Hello everyone, I am Lisbeth and welcome back to episode 4, definitely episode 4 this time, of Dyson Sphere program, where, well, we just finished researching, these. So we can now make, these prisms, plasma exciters, and wireless power towers. So I'm just gonna get, the prisms done, and then we'll do everything else manually. So how do we make prisms? Well, we need glass sheets, which is stone in smelting facility. Alright. The stone just over there. Sure. Do I have any? Yes, I do. Do I have any smelting? I have one. Let's get... Uh-oh. Not enough. What are we short on here? Steel plates. Try something like that. That might help out just a little. Alright, now let's head over this way. I needed stone block things. Oh, I can fly, that's right. I need these things. Yeah, that'll be enough. Alright. And we were going to use this lot of stone over here for this one. Alright. I should have picked some of those up whilst I was over there, but that's fine. Alright, so we're going to get the glass and the prisms, and I'll be right back. Oh, really? I don't have enough of these. That's a problem to solve later. Alright, so we're going to... Oh, we cannot fly. So we need to smelt this into glass, and then put them in a replicator. Okay, that's pretty easy. Which way are we going to run this? That way? Seems good to me. And then we want these. Oh man, I am so glad I found. Oh wait, mistake. Oh no, that wasn't a mistake. Alright, you can have that, and then we need this to come down here. Alright, this is going to make these, and we're going to need input, output. Alright, that'll get us started. That goes off to there. Uh-oh, and now we're out of these. Good enough. Alright, that's all of them. Now we just need power, say there. Alright, prisms, done. Check, nice. Of course this will be temporary because we're going to have to destroy everything and rebuild it all once we start doing pretty much anything else. Hello. I'm afraid I don't read Mandarin Chinese. Alright. So let's grab a bunch of these now because we need them to make these plasma exciters. I wonder... No, that's not a good spot there. Well, to make them, we then need these. I suppose for now I can just make a few by hand, huh? How many do I need per one of these? 3. So then let's put these like that. There we go. Alright, so that'll get us a few of these, well, I suppose we need these as well. Take 2 on that. Ooh. Okay, so whilst I'm waiting for, well, these things in my inventory to be made, I can make 12. Let's make just 10 for now. I've queued up a bunch of things that we can research with speed and a bunch of other stuff. Inventory upgrade somewhere, which means I can get an extra row of inventory. And this here, which will show me what other resources I have on other planets, because I'm going to want them pretty soon, I suspect. But for now, let's see what I need for this. I need 60 of these. Yoink. What about the next one? 120 and steel as well. Alright, so I'm gonna go and collect everything I need for all of this. So it was like, what, 120? We can just take a stack of them. And then steel beams, which are over here. Yoink. Oh wait, I needed 120, didn't I? There we go. Alright. I suppose I'm just gonna wait now. Have another quick look actually at what other technologies we can upgrade. We can't do that one because we need red cubes. Need red cubes for that. That's a good one. Semiconductors, fluids, and that needs red cubes. Alright. So I'm gonna, I suppose, wait until some of these are done. Perhaps do a bit of cleaning up and all that, and I'll be back. Alright, so we can now see resources on other planets, which is pretty cool, because we're about to unlock these and a few other things down the line, which are going to need some other things that we do not have access to on this planet. So if we come and have a look at the star map, we can see now on our little planet we have iron and copper and stone and coal, but we don't have any silicon or titanium. Now this planet that we are, oh, there we go, orbiting around, that one, is a gas giant. So if we go back to our star map and have a look at it, it only has gases, which is fine. Deuterium. That's fine, I guess. And now if we have a look at this other planet in our solar system, we can see that it does have silicon and titanium. And if we also look at the other planet, it also has silicon and titanium. But not a lot of coal. So that might be difficult to get power on, whereas this one here has a bit more coal, but it's also got a really good, like there's better solar than there is on our planet, or on that other little planet. See, we get about 100% of each, so we're sort of an average planet. Whereas this one has quite low on both wind and solar. But you can build on the whole thing, whereas that one not so much. And it's got lava everywhere. It's actually a pretty cool planet. Alright, I've rambled so long that we've gotten solar panels. So...
The data shows this is a planet without natural silicone veins. However, you can still obtain some by smelting stone ore. While you still need a massive silicone collection, you need to find a planet rich with silicone veins as soon as possible. Now, you can try to view the whole planetary system, and even the entire cluster, by clicking the star map button in the lower left corner of the screen.
I think he's done. Thank you. Yes, so we were just looking at that, but now if we even zoom out further, whoop, look how many stars there are, and we'll be able to go to them all. Isn't that cool? We cannot see anything else, because we need Universe Exploration Level 3. But that's perfectly fine, because I think this might be the planet to go to. But before we go, we need to do some research, and we also need to prepare some solar power. So what do we actually need for that, given we just unlocked it? Silicon. Ah, of course. That's why we need to go to the other planet. If we gather quite a collection of circuit boards and copper ingots, and then go to this other planet prepared to colonize, I think we'll be much better off. So let me collect a few things. Alright, the other thing I've been going around and doing is upgrading all of the bridges, you know, these things. Oh, I don't have any more, because I have the next level. There we go. Just because I like to keep everything up to date. And that way I sort of don't forget, you know, the speed of something is, you know, why something might be a little bit bottlenecked. I know it's not this. And we're doing really well on our power, by the way. So, I think we've got just about everything. Now let's see what we need to get actual... I need this, but I need Mecha Core level 2 for that. Okay. So, now we need to do energy matrices. Alright. There's something good to work towards. Alright, so what do we need for that? We need 2 of the silicon balls, and what's that, hydrogen? Do we have... Ooh, is that it? Yes. Yes, here we go. This is what we need. Alright, let's cancel that one and then pick it up afterwards, just so I don't forget. Alright, so we're about to start on oil, so let's figure out where did my power go? So we need these silicon ball things here. That's got 2.3. So we're producing these here, and we are producing a surplus, but just barely. So it might be a good idea to use a different vein. And let's just have a quick look at these crude oil seeps. There's 2 there. That's 2.8. This might be a good area. Right over here, yeah. Alright, so this is a good excuse to use these. These are intended for long distance power.
You built a wireless power tower, which is suitable with long-distance power transmission caused by its longer connection distance. What's exciting is that it can also charge mecha by using electricity from the grid.
And that can actually be exploited if you park like 4 towers like that. You receive power from all 4 of them. Which is pretty cool. Alright. Last one right there. Hopefully that was close enough. That much. Right there. There we go. Alright, now we get to make sure that we've got enough flat land. Oh, run out. Oh, no soil. That's annoying. Alright, there we go. So, we have good access to oil and coal, and there's more oil, more coal, more oil, and I think there's even a bit more coal over that way. So, let's set up another thing just for farming the silicon. Ah, excellent. Now, did they actually give me one? No, that's all good though. And yes, we can manage all those things. Alright. Let me get some things together, and we'll be back for this. Alright, so, I left my... I'm editing and realised I did not save my voice. So, here you go. I'm going to make it up as we go. I am rewatching the footage, and where are we flying to? I think I've gotten everything together to make oil refineries, or oil sucker-uppers out of the ground. No. I have a matrix. Why do I... Oh, dear. Well, look, I got a bunch done. So what I've done here is I have put together the oil eater, the thing that pulls oil out of the ground, the extractor, and I've set it up with a bunch of refineries here, and you have to filter their outputs for hydrogen and petroleum. So now I'm talking here about what we're going to go for upgrade-wise. So we're actually going to go pretty heavily for deuterium for power, because it's a lot more efficient than coal, and it's a lot harder to run out of. So what are we actually building? We're working towards... We've got to combine hydrogen and those graphite, energized graphite bull things, in order to make the red cubes. So we're going to set up another quick little, what's the word? It's a refinery for the coal here. And we're just going to bring this coal over, I think, maybe. Or I'm going to set up 2 separate lines, so that we can process more. And then we'll be able to put them all together and make red cubes, which are the next bit of progress, I guess. You can see up there on the left where it says manual research, we're looking for blue and red cubes. Now, I can tell you ahead of time, I actually make a little bit of a mistake here. I should have done this closer to where I do my blue cubes, and I'm going over here because I've run out of stuff. But you can't actually put the matrices into 2 separate of the towers, these towers over here on the left hand side that are, you know, creating the blue cubes, and also do the research for you, like, manually. Oh yes, I ran out of conveyors and stuff. Alright, heading back. So you actually need to put them all into the same, whatever they're called, the box dome things that do the researching for you. But that's okay, I make do for now. So we'll finish getting the rest of this together. So I'll be able to run the two ingredients alongside each other like I have here, and that will allow me to, you know, put things into multiple of the research dome things, whatever they are. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually setting up the refineries like such, so I'll be able to copy and paste them with the bridges attached, like so. And I do have a smidge of trouble there for a second, but we're all good. Nothing to worry about. Alright, and just a little bit of power, and then we're all good to go. And that's, yeah, that's a better place. So now we get to put in these things. I cannot read what they're called, so I'm just going to keep calling them the Matrix Domes. Matrix Lab, that's what they're called. And I put quite a few out here because I've got a bunch of them, and red cubes do tend to be quite slow in production. But that's all good because it's all economies of scale. And so we'll use that third conveyor over the back that's still not quite built yet. We're going to use that for taking the matrices out of where they're made into where they're being used for research. However, this ends up being pointless, so I end up taking them out later on, but that doesn't matter too much. And I was just seeing if there was anything I could kick out of my inventory and put into my fuel burner, whilst it still matters. Yep, out and out and in, cleaning up my extra bits there. And there we go, we are now producing red cubes, and these two towers are going to be used for researching. However, as you are about to see, I forgot to power that end one up. And I thought, oh well, I'll just rearrange that slightly. Which worked. Sometimes you can rejig things, other times you cannot. And then here we are adding our ingredients. And then deleting that stone. There we go, we've made our first energy matrix, which is pretty neat. Whoops. Now, as you can see here, I'm like, hang on, why is this not researching all of a sudden? Because even though it is ticked to use inventory items, it will use both inventory and supplied items. So I end up... Oh, I'm just having a bit of a squiz here at what I need to work towards next. We're not quite there yet, but I do want these. I want to work... So we're going to get deuterium for power first, and then we're going to work towards that planetary logistics system, which will help me out. And now I'm sort of debating here whether I want to run those cables all the way over from where I've just set up to the old matrix, drop-off point. But look, this is all pretty temporary right now, so we're going to send it all off towards a centralized location just for researching as soon as I can, pretty much, which is why we're going to do the deuterium power, then onto the planetary logistics systems, which will make things a lot quicker and easier for us. So now I'm just sort of pinching as many of these as I can to fill the requirements myself. And I figure whilst I'm waiting, if I go and get some blue cubes now, it'll start researching them. By the time I get back, we'll be up to date. I'm just yabbering on to fill up time as we... Uh-oh. I do need to sort this out. That should not be backed up so much. Oh yeah, I wanted a box. So basically, whilst I'm off doing other things, we can just accumulate red cubes. Although we do have enough right now for, what we want to do. Just needed... What was that about? I got no idea what I just did then, but go figure. Alright, and that will allow us to store excess red cubes. Oop, once we give it some power. Please give it some power. There we go. Nice. Alright, so that's that all set up and ready to go. I've just prepared a few extra of, actually those are liquid pump. So this oil is actually a liquid, as is the hydrogen technically. And you can store it in regular storage containers. However, it is much more efficient to use these liquid things.
Each storage tank can only store one single type of fluid and can be built vertically. However, once it has been removed, all the stored fluid will be devastated.
Oh, there we go, he's done. So yeah, as he said, when I delete them, they will delete everything inside them. I have done that before by accident. It's frustrating. Keep in mind, we can't run out, really, of resources. I mean, you can deplete veins, but then you just set up somewhere else. Alright, so all of that is ready to go. We're no longer backing up due to excess oil here. And I just dump it all in like that. And we're good to go. And you can actually burn this oil, and I will set that up at some point to burn off the excess oil, but we will need it for something else pretty soon. So for now, I'm just going to keep hold of it. And that'll be fine. We can't let either of those two things back stuff, because if they do, then we're going to run out of both of them. And then when we're using them for production, either for plastic or for power or whatever we're using them for, a bit annoying. So this here is where I pinch some cubes, and there we go. We are researching. I think at this point I get annoyed by those little grey tiles. Oh yes, okay, it is time to have a look at what we're researching. So currently we're working on better movement speed, which will lead us directly, in a second, maybe I'll scroll over it, but into the ability to fly correctly. We need that Universe Expansion 3, that's sort of the next big thing we're going to work towards, but this is what we're working towards immediately, because we need to get to other planets in order to access other resources, such as that silicon and titanium I was talking about earlier, in order for us to proceed onwards into these crystals. The next type of cube we need to make, but more importantly for right now, deuterium, which is what we need those next cubes for. So this really is the thing we need to work towards, but in order to do that, we need to make these crystals here, which require plastic and oil, and then we need that to make these titanium crystals, and the titanium we get from other planets. So we need to finish researching this drive engine thing that we've got, so the mecha core upgrade, and then the drive engine there, and that way we'll be able to leave the planet, which will be pretty cool. I think that'll definitely be next episode. But here we go. I'm just sort of having a bit more of a read and maybe refine what I exactly want to do. But yeah, ultimately, I want this deuterium for power. It's a lot more efficient. It's much, much better. And produces so much more power. Like, before we get there, I'll have a quick look at how much power we're producing with the coal, and then we can compare it to the deuterium once we get one deuterium engine up and running. But there are actually a few other things, so you can't outright just research things like that one there. We just had we scrolled over it briefly, those hexagons there, the superconductor ones. So that one's blue only, but there's a few things that you cannot research until after you've researched something else. But here we go. This is me queuing stuff up a little bit better, because we need that first, and I go back and remove all of these and change it all again, and oh goodness. But for right now, that's fine. Yeah, see, I realize, oh, I need to be able to make titanium. So I have to rejig everything. And then I'm like, oh, yep, okay, I need the plastic, then I need these crystals, and then I'm gonna need, yep, those crystals, and I'm gonna need that stuff eventually, but we'll work on that next. Deuterium, of course. Yeah, look. Maybe one day, when this game first came out, I actually jumped on it pretty quick, because I saw a little bit of, footage of someone else playing it, and I was like, hey, that looks really fun. And then I started playing it and I was like, oh, I could probably speedrun this. I have not yet tried that, and I'm sure someone else has. Maybe it'd be fun. But for now, absolutely not. I need to actually finish the story. Then maybe we can look at it. Alright, so over here, everything's running nicely. I add a few extra tanks, because as I said earlier, we absolutely do not want any of this to back stuff. So the more storage we can get, the better. And I grab a few of these so that we can... I think I do. I better. No, I don't. Never mind. I was going to say so we're better prepared for when the next thing wants to start researching, but alas, no. I am not that smart. Now, there's a few other things here. Never mind. I was going to say a few upgrades to the mecha itself that I probably want to get done, but we're not. And the reason researching at the moment is so slow is because it's using the mecha rather than those towers. But that's okay. But anyway, that's absolutely all I've got time for today, so thanks everyone. I hope you had a good time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care everyone. Bye.